Thank you for joining us. Father Trey here, along with Ms. Gardner, our school principal, for our regular weekly parish and school update. Most of the content today is going to be devoted to end-of-the-year issues connected to school. But first, I want to give a couple of updates from the parish point of view. As a reminder, and I know we say this a lot, but most of the information and most of the updates for parish and school life can be found on our websites, stjudecatholic.org for the school and stjudebr.org, stjudecatholic.org for the parish, and stjudebr.org for our school. On the parish website, there is a dedicated tab that takes you right to the school website. We're all still aware of this, I'm sure, that we're still under the stay-at-home ordinance, still as of April 13th. Our parish and school offices remain closed to the public, but we do want to be available to you, especially if there is an emergency. For the parish and for emergency needs that require the assistance of a priest, there's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week answering service number, 346-7680. You see it on the screen behind me. If you call that number, you'll get an operator. They'll take your name, your number, and your message and contact me, and I, in turn, will call you. Now, there are other needs that are going to continue to come up. They're not emergency needs, but they really are important. For example, the Sacrament of Reconciliation, if someone wants to go to confession, or questions about weddings. I think I've spoken with all of our couples who have weddings scheduled the next couple of months. But if you're anxious and concerned, which is normal, and you have questions about your wedding anytime in the coming year, please contact me. And the same goes for baptisms. So what's the best way to contact me? Well, most days of the week, I'm in the office by myself. You can call the office number, the regular office number, at 766-2431. If I'm here, I'll take the call. If not, I'll respond to your message. But also, you can email me directly at fathertreynelson@gmail.com. I haven't said this in previous messages, but it's a private email that comes directly to me. My phone is obviously synced with that. And if you need to contact me directly, that's one of the best ways to do it. A real quick update on our church parking lot. You already know, most of you, that we started work at the entrance and the exit, where the parking lot damage was the worst. And I mentioned in a previous video that we figured out how to repair it and make it last a long, long time, and I'm really excited about that. Again, all of that is because of you and your sacrifice and your financial stewardship. But those two parts of the project should be done in a week or two by the end of the first part of May. The center of the parking lot will begin work there shortly thereafter. That's the plan. That could change. And then we'll give you weekly updates on that. But our goal is by the end of the summer, the whole parking lot, for the most part, would be completed and repaired and good to go. Again, because of you, thank you so much for your sacrifice. I mentioned in my weekly tea box that along with all the work we're doing, and we all get busy and stressed out and whatnot, I'm going to start doing something weekly just for fun. I like to cook as a hobby. I don't know if I'm the best cook in the world, but I like to do it. So starting Monday, April 19th, a little segment called Taste of Trey. I'm going to be cooking in the kitchen at the rectory and upload the video, and then beforehand the recipe. The way this is going to work is you can either print out the recipe, buy the ingredients, and cook along with me, or just watch for fun. All of that will be available starting this week by April the 16th on the parish website. On the front home page of that, you can click out what's coming up, the ingredients, the recipes, what's going to be cooked, what are we going to cook the first segment? Well, you have to tune in to see. Okay, it's a surprise. It could be something my mom taught me, something I just like, or something I had in a restaurant one time and I snuck in the back and I asked the chef and I said, hey, how'd you make that happen? And I want to share that with you, again, just for fun. So, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle now. She's going to talk to us a little bit about school. As everybody knows, I think we're still a little unsure as to how the year is going to end, but our plan is to offer the following, under the assumption that probably we will not return to school in May. That may happen, but if it doesn't, here's what we're going to look at trying to do.
Well, before I begin, I want to say I'm really excited about the cooking show that you're going to put on, because I feel like my family's probably really tired of eating breakfast foods and ham sandwiches every day, so I really need some new recipes, because I'm probably not the best cook in the world.
Okay.
But as we move forward, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter. The days here lately have been beautiful, so I know keeping our students inside, working on their schoolwork is very difficult because outside's weather is definitely calling us to be there and to enjoy it, riding bikes and roller skating and those kind of things. But as we move forward during these uncertain times, and many of you may be aware that the governor today in his daily briefing is going to be addressing directly schools and what the state's plans are for schools for the rest of the school year. Once he makes his announcement or signs a proclamation, typically the protocol is then we get information from the diocese that's directly related to what he has, the governor's statement, as well as how it applies to Catholic schools. And from there, then I will disseminate out information to you. So as quickly as I have received the information, I am really going to try to get that out to our families, because I know many of you just want to have some closure and understanding of where we're going from here. In the spirit of that, we have made some decisions regarding things that have been very important to many of us. One of them has to do with our 8th grade graduation. As of now, 8th grade graduation is going to happen. We have scheduled it for July 30th, and it will be at the church at 4:30. The day schedule will be very similar to how it has been in the past, traditionally, and that is at 9 a.m. we would start with graduation practice in the church. Immediately after that, approximately 9:45 a.m., we will have our 8th grade awards presentation, and then following that, everyone would go down to the gym. That's going to be somewhere around 10:30, and have the 8th grade brunch in the gym. And so up here is on the screen is the schedule of how that day will play out as of right now. The next question many of us have is when of our students going to receive First Eucharist. Right now that is scheduled for Sunday, August the 9th at 3 o'clock in the church. There's still some questions about whether or not there will be a retreat, and that information will be going out soon to all of our families, not only in school but in PSR as well. Tuition date change. I know many of you are already looking forward to next school year. I know I am. My biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just the fact that we are all going to be back together again on the same campus in the same buildings. So with that in mind, the 2020-2021 tuition due date change, we have extended that to May 15th. If you need information as to where you can go or how payments can be received, that was in the letter that I sent out yesterday through RenWeb. But if you cannot access that or can't locate it, please feel free to either reach out to myself or to Ms. Tagney, our bookkeeper, and we will definitely guide you through this process and the steps of the different variety of ways that tuition can be paid. The school calendar for next year was also sent out yesterday. It's tentative, but it does give you the start date, the end dates. I know many of you had to cancel some of your holiday vacation plans and are looking to reschedule that. So it is going to provide you the dates for Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, Easter break, Mardi Gras break, that kind of things for those of you who are still trying to make plans for next year. Progress reports will be available today through RenWeb as well. They will be going out. So these are the 4th 9 weeks progress reports, so they're going to reflect the grades that have been taken up until this point. One of the things we're really trying to do, the teachers and myself and the leadership team, is to continue to make this a meaningful school year, even though we're all having to social distance. And one of the ideas we've came up with is we're calling it Motivational Motorcade Monday. And right now that is scheduled for May 18th. This will be a time when all the faculty and staff will be throughout the school campus along the carpool route. We will be holding up signs for our students, waving at our students, and just really having a good time there. We're hoping we're going to have music playing and that kind of thing, but just something to motivate us as we move into the summer, and also just a way for all of us to reconnect before we do move into the summertime. So we're really looking forward to that. I will say that there are a few other secret things that we're working on, and as time goes on, we will be revealing those as well to our families, but again, all in the spirit of us being connected and being together even though we're all apart. Also, one of the things Father Trey and I have discussed, and I feel very fortunate that we're able to work this out, was the school masses. That's also something that we've all missed very much. And so on Wednesday the 29th, we will be holding a live streaming school mass beginning at 9 a.m. So we're hoping all of our students will tune in for that. And then we're also going to do an end of the year school mass on May 20th.
Yeah, it might be good to say kind of the obvious, just so we're all on the same page. This will be live streamed with a very, very minimal number of people serving at Mass. So this sounds strange to say this, but don't come to Mass, okay? We're inviting you to find a place in your home and to watch and pray the Mass together.
On YouTube, right?
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. And I know many of us still have a lot of questions, some of them having to deal with picking up school supplies, art projects, dropping off textbooks, library books, middle school final exams, all of those types of things. I want to be able to answer those questions as soon as possible, but I feel like many of these different events here that we're talking about are very contingent on when the official last day of school will be. And again, based on what the governor says and the information we receive from the diocese will kind of help us indicate that, and then from there. We already have plans in place, we're just waiting for dates.
Yeah.
So again, as soon as it may be later on this week, it may be even this afternoon, just depending on when the information is disseminated to me.
Yeah, so that would be the thing to keep in mind regarding school and parish life. I guess anything is subject to change. I want to say what I said a couple of Sundays ago at Mass. We're all probably getting a little stir crazy, and very simply, we're kind of tired of this, you know. But we have to dig in, and probably now more than ever, we got to remind ourselves to be safe. Bishop Duca will follow whatever the governor asks, and so we'll go from there. Again, when it comes to the 2 school masses that will be live on YouTube, that's on the Parish YouTube channel, okay? We'll try to get links to that out to you, but you just visit us at stjudecatholic.org, and that's where it'll be. It's going to be just a couple of us, a little bit of music, Deacon James and myself, and it'll be really nice to connect with you that way. There's just something about doing it live.
Yes,
you know, so.
Yes, absolutely.
So this has been our weekly Parish and School update for the week of Monday, April the 13th. Thank you so much for joining us. Please feel free to contact us, reach out to us if we can help with anything at all. And we both miss all of you more than you could ever know.
Absolutely.
As a reminder, 10 a.m. every Sunday, live Mass from St. Jude Church. You may want to make a special effort to tune in this Sunday because there's a special Easter video that's going to preview the Mass, okay? Thanks so much. Have a good day.